Mario Party 8 has a board with hotels, and I'm gonna buy all of them because I'm a greedy capitalist and I want to own every single enterprise. The game starts with us sitting on a bench, procrastinating on hitting the dice. After the turn order is decided, Luigi does basically nothing with his turn. Now for my turn, I decide to not buy the first hotel. This is because it's basically useless, because someone has a very good chance of buying it the next turn if you go first or second, so might as well not buy it because you're just gonna lose the next turn, so might as well just save the coins, put it into the next hotel, so it's gonna be harder to take later on. After Toad buys their first hotel like an idiot that will undoubtedly get taken next turn by Luigi, he lands on a blue space ending his turn. Wario, like a filthy commie, tries to share the hotel with Toad by putting money into it, and he is henceforth punished by landing on a red space. Now for our first minigame.
Why don't we play a quick game of Risk before we go back?
Although I'm not quite sure how thrilled the other contestants are at playing a multi-long hour board game, so we just settled on playing bumper balloons instead. Not much really happens this turn, besides Toad using my favorite guide on YouTube to help him rob a bank, and Wario really...
Don't be racist, I am a building.
So according to this building, there's someone racist in this game, and I'll take it upon myself to figure out who this building was singing about, and I'll bring them to justice. But first, I feel like I should see what's going on in my game. Alright, well, I hit Luigi with my bowl candy, so I'd say it's going pretty well, but back on the more important matter. In order to find who the racist was, we decided to send a representative, Luigi, to scale a building so he can get up close and personal to ask the building more questions about the racist. Unfortunately, some racist sympathizers were trying to gun him down, and unfortunately they were successful in halting Luigi's progress. Not much really happens this turn. Besides Luigi using the exact same guide Toad used to rob that bank, I do nothing besides land on a red space. Toad decides to be a true capitalist by using his money to overthrow a small business, and Wario is being a communist bastard once again. After a quick minigame break, we get back to the board, where Luigi steals a hotel from Toad, upgrading it to a 2-star hotel. While on my turn, I decide to do what I suggested doing from the start, which is using my saved up coins to spend 30 coins at the top left hotel. While on Toad's and Wario's turns, they don't really do much besides just move his spaces forward. In this next turn, we're going to look for more evidence regarding this supposed racist. Upon further inspection of both pieces of evidence, we're able to notice that both pieces of evidence have grass, so check. But also upon reviewing the footage, we're able to notice that both pieces of footage have something known as buildings. So we're able to conclude that the racist must be somewhere around Koopas Tycoon Town. But anyway, back to the game. For mine and Luigi's turn, we don't really do much besides just move a couple of spaces forwards. For Toad's turn, he steals the hotel Luigi stole from him at the start of the game. And for Wario's turn, he steals the hotel that Toad stole from Luigi, who Luigi stole from Toad from the start of the game. After playing a minigame with the haha very funny hand movements, we get on to the next turn, where Luigi just moves a few spaces. I buy myself a nice 2-star hotel. Toad does nothing besides just move 9 spaces, and Wario steals 1 coin from everyone because he cannot time. Skipping a few turns ahead, I buy myself a slow-go candy as it will come in handy later. I also get lucky by landing on the happening space that puts me at the hotel just before the item shop. This turn we also get our first battle minigame, where it's for a staggering amount of 18 coins. The first battle minigame is aim of the game, where I go for 50 to x2, 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 and the CPU players suck as usual. With Luigi doing nothing on this turn because he's broke, and I buy myself the 2-star hotel like I said I would do the previous turn, Toad just uses a bit-sized candy and Wario does nothing as per usual. The next minigame in this video's timeline is King of the Thrill, where me and Luigi absolutely deck the shit out of Toad and Wario, who stood no chance against the combined might of a dead turtle and an Italian plumber. Because this next battle minigame was worth more than 1000 Hungarian forints, it was actually worth trying in. And because the CPUs in battle minigames are as useless as ever, they mostly just go for the 30 pointers and 10 pointers, allowing me to get the easy dub. After watching Luigi land in the lucky space, I decided it was time, so I used my Springo handy and I springed over to Luigi by timing it like a boss, and then I stole the hotel from right under his nose. On Toad's turn, he times the vampire candy like shit and only steals 1 coin from every single player. Sucks to be Toad. But Toad also manages to steal like a couple of coins from Luigi's hotel, so I guess it pays off in the end. And Wario does absolutely nothing. For Luigi's turn, he fails to buy the hotel that he was originally gonna do, then he steals 10 coins from me with a bowl over candy, and then he fails to buy another hotel from me, ending his turn like a loser. And for my turn, I get a pretty funny look as I land on the other lucky space, allowing me to get the other lucky hotel, which will then complete me having both lucky hotels, which will allow me to focus on the main hotels. And just like usual, Toad and Wario do absolutely nothing. The next minigame is in the nick of time, so you can easily tell that no one had fun playing it because it's in the nick of time. But in the next turn, Luigi zaps half of Wario's 0 coins, I buy myself the 3-star hidden hotel, Toad is a little bitch and steals my hotel, and Wario does nothing because he's Wario. In the next minigame, Alpine Assault, Luigi tried to throw me off course so he can win, but luckily, the man, the myth, the legend, the man who was getting bullied this entire game, Wario said nah, and pushed me, allowing me to speed ahead of Luigi and end up winning. After another boring turn, we get on to the next battle minigame, Saucer Swarm, and well, obviously I win because I'm playing against normal CPUs and they just suck like a lot. After Luigi does nothing, I've proved once again that I am indeed the timing god by stealing 30 coins altogether. Toad is broke, so he can't even attempt to buy my hotel in the lucky space, and Wario once again does absolutely nothing with his turn. We get extremely lucky in the minigame spin as we get the best minigame of all time, Brother Madness. Yeah, as you can see, this is peak quality gameplay. You know, it honestly compares with watching paint dry and washing dishes only using a single strand of hay. Well, because we have the amount of time that it took the Reconquista to retake Spain, we might as well get back to looking for who the racist is in this game. Well, currently we know is that during Koopas Tycoon Town, and also that their name is Steven. Okay, now I don't know anyone called Steven, especially because I broke my glasses after an intense game of rock, paper, scissors. I can't fact check anyone's names, but I do think that it is Toad. In the next turn, Luigi just rolls a 1, I put more money into my hotel, and I land in a happening space allowing me to use the exact same guide Toad and Luigi used to steal some money from Wario's hotel. Toad wastes his money by trying to take over my hotel with 60 coins, and Wario just puts more money into his hotel like I did. A quick intermission of Crops and Robbers where I was paired with the man, the myth, the legend, Wario, and me and him did a dynamic duo absolutely got our asses kicked by like a few milliseconds, which I call bullshit and favoritism. It's officially the last 5 turns, which you know what it means, time for Chump Charity and time for the last place player to get a handicap because the game feels bad for them. But anyway, like usual, Luigi just tries to steal my hotel with his 10 coins, so he definitely succeeded there. I finally steal back my hotel that Toad stole from me all those turns ago. Toad fails to bowl over anyone, and Wario once again sucks at timing and just ends up getting 1 coin. With Swerving Skies as their next minigame and Wario trying to shoot us down, he obviously lost, and the 3 of us just dodged his bullets until time ran out and we were able to fly back to HQ. With 4 turns left, Luigi officially does the 3rd last hotel steal, where he steals a hotel from Wario, which doesn't last too long as I spring out to Toad and then steal the hotel from him, being the 2nd last hotel steal. And for Toad and Wario, Toad fails to steal the hotel that I just stole from Luigi, and Wario manages to zap Luigi. So I don't think it has been Luigi's turn per se. But Luigi's luck does turn around as for the next minigame, Paint Misbehaving, he is on my team and we're able to win easily against Toad and Wario. On the 3rd last turn, me and Luigi take turns mugging the absolute shit out of Toad and Wario using bowl over candies, and as for Toad and Wario, they don't do much besides just move a few spaces forward like the usual. After popping a few balloons using bumper carts, we get on to the second last turn of the game where Luigi moves exactly one whole space. And I used the exact same guy to rob that bank again, but instead of robbing a bank, I steal Luigi's shares in the bank, which is probably more detrimental. As for Toad, he does the usual, just moves a few spaces, and Wario just mugs Luigi because he didn't have it bad enough before apparently. But Luigi does manage to get lucky enough to be on my team for the minigame Picture Perfect, where it was rather close between the 1v3. But finally, for the final turn, Luigi just moves a few spaces as per usual, and I finally buy the remaining hotel, completing the challenge of buying every single hotel in Mario Party 8 Koopas Tycoon Town. And as is tradition, Toad and Wario end the game by doing nothing interesting besides just moving a couple of spaces forward. And the final minigame for this challenge is Jump Rope. Again, I know you didn't see it because I cut out like a bunch of this gameplay, but this is the second time it's here, and yeah, I won because the CPUs are kinda bad, especially the normal CPUs. But with that being said, it is possible to buy every single hotel on Koopas Tycoon Town in 30 turns. And yeah, that should be it. Like and subscribe, and no, I feel like I'm forgetting something just thinking about it. It's just something on the top of my head. I feel like I was doing something else while playing this 30 turner. Well, it's probably nothing. And it's 6 o'clock, so I should probably go check on my cotton pickers to make sure they're not slacking. So, later.